Hey guys, welcome back. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the recent support on the past couple of videos. It has really motivated me to keep building and to keep uploading. So I hope you guys continue to enjoy this and yeah, hope you enjoy. So I've already kind of marked out a couple of things I want done here. This one, I want it to be either like a little dock area with like a fishing thing or a boat thing. I'm not too sure. I haven't really planned that one out yet. Over here, we got the bridge going on to the next island here, which will be the lumber area, which we will again do in another video. And then way over here, I don't think I've actually marked it or put a sign on it saying what it's going to be, but I believe this is going to be a barn and we're going to have a bunch of random cattle around here. But yeah, I actually still have to plan out what I'm doing here because there's a lot of open space here. I don't know if I just want to make it like just trees and stuff, kind of fill it in. I think that'd look nice, but I don't know, we'll have to plan it out. So I've basically gotten everything here I need for planning things out. Blue concrete, usually for buildings, structures. Red's gonna be my pathways, and then green is gonna basically be anywhere where there's gonna be large amounts of trees. So let's do this. All right, and I started off with planning out what I was trying to do here. So red lines obviously is the rest of the path. Green lines is where I want trees. Blue dots or whatnot are where houses are gonna go. Next, I wanted to work on the actual bridge here. I went with a very simple color here, just gray, something easy. Went with a little bit darker on the bottom to give it that depth. Deep slate was a little too dark, so I ended up switching it with acacia and tuff, which I think turned out way better. Also making it darker on the lower areas, or at least more deteriorated on the lower areas to give it that more realistic feel to it, which I think it turned out really nice here. Next, I started filling in the path and then kind of blocking in where houses would go, trying to get the rough shape of things and yeah, just trying to make it work here. Next, I started working on the river a little bit, just trying to give it more depth, not making it too deep because it's not supposed to be that deep. Next, I started filling in more of the main area here, putting a fence to kind of separate the two areas here, putting leaves on them. That way it gives it more of a green feeling, I guess. I don't know. So on the newer videos on Hermitcraft, I saw that there were cattails. I'm not too sure who built them, but I wanted to try building those as well. I used bamboo originally trying to see if that would work. It didn't. I ended up going with lime green stained glass and then just putting a brown candle on top of that, and that seemed to work out really well. Next, just adding a couple of trees in here, kind of blocking out where I wanted some trees here. I really wanted them to hang over the little river here, as the river would go into the lake here, and I think I got that. I didn't want all of them doing that, because then they would just kind of look repeated, and I didn't want that, so only a couple of them did that, and I think they turned out pretty good. Next, just placing the leaves in, which is pretty easy. It's fairly basic. It's nothing special. I think they turned out pretty good though. Gave it all a really nice vibe. That little bridge in the back really just stands out, and I think that looks really good. Next, just doing some more decorating on the actual ground here. I ended up putting leaves inside the water, but next to the dirt. And I think it just gave an extra layer of depth that I personally really like. Scattering some blue stuff in there too, just to give it more of just to make it match with everything else here. Next, started filling in the other island over there, which I will not be working on today. Just to basically get an idea, that's why I'm filling that in. Man, I got carried away. This is the first clip I've talked in a while, I think. But yeah, what the heck is that? Some red mushrooms all the way over there. Wow, I got sidetracked fast. All right, so now that I'm done with some of the terraforming and environment stuff, I don't know, which I absolutely love doing. I can do this all day. In fact, I'm probably gonna make all of that area in that green area there with the green whatevers. I'm gonna make that a little forest. And then when I'm done that, I'm gonna make all of that custom forest. Dude, it's so much fun. I get so carried away though. But yeah, so I want to work on the houses now. This one's gonna be a fishing house slash dock area for like boats and stuff like that, in case you needed to go from like, I don't know, point A to point B. I'm not really gonna touch that area over there, mainly because I want to make that a whole different video where I transform this entire island here. And yeah, I think that'll be cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on this area here first. Gonna get all the buildings put in here. I'm gonna kind of try to put in more windmills. I'm not too sure where though. If the house suits it, I guess I'll put it in. I know for a fact I want to have another one somewhere over there and somewhere over here. Actually, I might have it up there. So 1 and then like 2. Well, I'm going to start building these houses and kind of describe what my building process is going to be when I'm building each house here. I'm going to start off with the fishing house here first though. Ah, yes, the fishing house. I actually had a blast making this, mainly just because it was so simple to build, and I was just trying to cram as much detail in there as possible without over-detailing it, because that's also another issue that I sometimes have. Very basic house design. It's just a fishing hut. Don't have to go too complicated with it. You just saw there, it was actually originally white. White with black usually, or white with, I should say, brown here works really well, but it just didn't fit, so I ended up switching it with oak planks and oak, stripped oak logs. Yeah, and then working on the back here, adding the dock, which was a little challenging, trying to figure out what I was going to go here with, trying to figure out the shape. Final design here was actually pretty cool. I liked how much detail was in there. Wasn't over detailed again, so I mean, that was pretty good. Second house here, this one I knew for a fact I wanted it to be white walls, and I wanted the roof to be kind of overgrown, have a bunch of plants growing on it, giving it that kind of rundown look, and I think I kind of accomplished that. It looked really good here. Next, to the third house. Now this one I knew I wanted to have the stripped spruce logs here with the main wall, and then oak logs as the main pillars or support. Gave it a really nice dark kind of theme, and I think it just kind of fits right into the little village here. This one by far was the biggest house out of all of them. Fourth house here, again, is going to be white walls with the, I don't know what is, reddish roof, because it just matches, it works really well together. Again, using dark oak stairs as the outlines. And as you can see here, I ended up actually making it in the wrong area, so I had to tear it down and then rebuild it a couple blocks ahead, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I think it looked better in this area, so I think the challenge was recreating that exact same building the exact same way. Next up here is the windmill. Again, just copying and pasting basically this the previous windmill I had, because I'm too dumb to figure out how to do it on my own. Again, adding more detail onto the actual roof here, making it darker on the top, which now that I'm looking at it doesn't make sense, but oh well. Next up, what is this, the third windmill, I guess. Again, same shape, same design, same everything. They all look the exact same. It's just about building them again and adding detail in the same, roughly same area. Next, the actual blades for the windmills. I didn't want them to be the exact same shape or direction that they're rotating, if that makes any sense. So, you know, just trying to make them unique in their own way was the real challenge here. Next, just adding in the small details into the windmills here, mixing up the stripped oak logs with the the oak planks, giving it more detail, and overall it turned out really nice. And getting into one of my favorite parts of this video, we start working on some trees here. So I start laying out the random shapes for these trees here, getting where I want them to kind of lean. There was a bunch of these ones here. I forgot exactly how many, but it's like 27 or something like that, custom oak trees. It took a bit to actually get all of the branches and everything put in. I think that took me a solid day on its own. Putting in leaves didn't actually take me that long. But honestly, I actually really enjoy making custom trees just because you can do literally anything. So customizable. Yeah, so I started putting in some leaves here. Again, putting in leaves is pretty easy. Mixing in oak and birch is what I usually do. Makes it look pretty good. And then it started thundering all of a sudden. And you can see me flying off there. You'll never believe what happens. It struck the tree. Lightning struck the tree. And of course I sleep, so then it starts spreading. I didn't know about this until it was too late. All right, so that is it. This is the little farm village for now. I wasn't able to finish everything here. We actually got quite a bit more over here that hasn't been done yet. But unfortunately, things happen and you get very busy. I'm going to be pretty busy with this month here, so I don't think I'm going to have much time to work on all of this, but I think I'll make this, well, obviously I'll make this a different video. But I got a huge portion here done. I was actually really worried about this forest here taking up majority of my time because, you know, it's a forest and it just takes a lot of time. I'm going to actually add another forest in here as well, just to kind of make it feel like a bit of a little forest, yeah. Wow, they have really ruined my... Wow. Why? I don't even know what farm this is. This is just ferns. And there's more... What the heck? Bro, why are they ruining my farms? Yeah, we're making a mob switch next time. And I'm also really excited to work on that area over there. That's going to be really cool once it's done too. All that's going to be terraformed, but I'm going to try to stick with the flat part here. Because I also want that to be a forest, but I want it to be a different forest. I don't want it to be oak. I want it to be like, I don't know, spruce or something. You know, kind of spruce it up and everything. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.